Matrixx and Rhodes Show fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about Sean Penn. The Hollywood actor has come out and made some comments that I believe the woke mob will try to cancel him over. Now, Sean Penn has addressed men wearing skirts and about masculinity, and he believes that it is cowardly jeans that are causing men to not wear jeans anymore and wear skirts. I mean, you got guys out there like Billy Porter, who goes out there and wears full dresses. Ezra Miller, The Flash, he does a lot of cross-dressing as well. Sean Penn has called that cowardly. And boy, I believe the woke mob is going to try to cancel this man. So over here on the New York Post, Sean Penn says that cowardly jeans lead to men wearing skirts. Let's read this, guys, because this should be interesting right here. Sean Penn suggested that cowardly jeans may be the cause behind some men swapping out jeans for skirts in a new interview with The Independent. Penn, who recently directed and starred in Flag Day with his daughter Dylan Penn, recently told British newspaper The Eye that, quote, there has been an absence of male behavior as gender roles are being challenged. Yes, because we have seen an effort from Hollywood. Now, Sean Penn does work in Hollywood. They want to put men in high heels. They want to pander to the woke people out there. And anything that has something to do with men, especially white men, they want to deify that. They want to crush that. We have seen some of these people so woke, you know, they always say down with the patriarchy. And this is what they have done. We've seen roles in Hollywood get gender swap, you know, because, you know, they don't want to have too many men out there, especially white men. So we have to change that. And we have definitely seen Hollywood, you know, embrace the men wearing dresses thing. Now, guys, you can do what you want to do, but I want men to be men. I want men to dress like men because we are men. That's why there's women and there's men. There is a difference, okay? And you also seen out there how Hollywood, the woke mob, you know, they're going to tell you that men can be women, women can be men. No, they can't. But another story, I digress. But let's continue on here. During an interview with The Independent about Flag Day, ahead of his UK release, Penn was asked to clarify those comments. He says this, quote, I think that men have, in my view, become quite feminized. And he's right about that. The 61-year-old actor responded, I have these very strong women in my life who do not take masculinity as a sign of oppression towards them. There are a lot of, I think, cowardly genes that lead to people surrendering their jeans and putting on a skirt. Now, guys, out of all the women I know, I don't know any woman that feels like they're oppressed because of masculinity. And this whole toxic masculinity thing, that is brought out from Hollywood mainly and the woke mob out there. So you end up, you know, you see them embracing people like Billy Porter, who wants to go out there and wear a dress, and that's his business. He can do whatever he wants. This is a free country. But still, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, I do believe that men should be men and dress like men, and women should be women. That's the way I believe. I believe that that's perfectly okay. But to these woke people out there, men cannot be men anymore. They have to be feminized. And I'm glad that Sean Penn is calling that out. In the interview with The Eye, Penn also said, quote, I am in the club that believes that men in American culture have become wildly feminized. I don't think that being a brute or having insensitivity or disrespect for women is anything to do with masculinity or never did. But I don't think that in order to be fair to women, we should become them. Well said right there. Well said. You shouldn't have to become a woman or try to be a woman in order to treat women equally. Be a man. Don't be a woman. Whilst people in the LGBTQ plus community, especially trans people, have been embracing gender nonconformity for decades, in recent years it has become more publicized as more and more celebrities embrace it. Yes, they're part of the problem. Harry Styles became the first man to wear a dress on the cover of Vogue and talked about his fluid sense of style during his cover story. Many, including Billy Porter and insider reporter Rachel Askinsey, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correct, criticized Vogue's decision for putting Styles on the groundbreaking cover because it did not acknowledge trans femmes and drag queens of color who have been leading the gender fluid fashion movement for decades. And boy, you'll never, ever please the woke mob, because if you try to please these people, they will come out with something else. You will never be able to please these people. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Sean Penn coming out and slamming men wearing dresses? He believes that there is an attack on masculinity, and he's absolutely right about that, because we've seen these woke people in Hollywood. They don't want men to be men. That's why you see them embracing, these men wearing other stuff. Billy Porter, the Harry Styles, the Ezra Millers, that want to wear women's clothing. They embrace those people. But when it comes to like a guy like Sean Penn, who is a straight white male, they don't want to embrace him. They don't. Now, Sean Penn, he's an old school guy. He's 61 years old. So all of this stuff that's been going on right now, the last, I would say, like 5 years or so, is quite different, even for my generation. I'm like 15 years younger than Sean Penn. And even to me, this is pretty crazy as well. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Matrixx and Rhodes Show fans, check out the membership. Click the join button, because we do have a member live stream. If you become a member of the channel, you do help support me and Rhodes here on YouTube. Tomorrow morning, we will have a member live stream. So if you click the join button, you can join in on the live stream. And if you hit the highest tier, $19.99 a month, you actually get to be on the panel on the live stream. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.